All right, guys, just got back from a test drive in this 69 Mustang, believed to be a 302 under the hood. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. We're gonna do a little walk around. I'm gonna point out any kind of flaws all the way around the car. That way you know about it before you get here. Gonna check under the hood, the interior, and the trunk. When I get done, I'm gonna do an undercarriage shot, try to walk around the whole car, hit it from the back, sides, and the front. That didn't sound too good. All right. Like I said, gonna open it up, check everything out. Go ahead and pop the hood. Let me go ahead and open that trunk up too. There was a test drive video, that's what I just made, and I want you to check it out. You can see how the car runs and drives down the road. I will be starting the car up about halfway through the video. We're gonna start up here in the front. Like I said, anything that I see, you're gonna know about. The tires in the front look pretty good. American Racing wheels, some polished wheels. The bumper does not look bad at all. It's not all beat up. See the front end, look underneath that. Plastic's usually tore up for people hitting the curb and stuff. Right here on top, it's all cracked up. Look at that. Doesn't look too good. Top of the fender's got that. Just right there in the center. Hood's been blacked out. The hinges are a little bit off. When I shut it, it kind of comes over this way a little bit more than that way, and it sits up on that side. Hinges do need to be adjusted to be perfect. So, the trim's been on here a little bit. It's got a couple swirls and stuff in it. If I see any bubbles or anything, I will point it out. The bottom of the car actually looks pretty good. Little chip there in the back. Must have got it dirty on the test drive. There's a lot of dirt on the bottom of the car. Sorry about that. The tires look pretty good. Suspension definitely needs some work. I noticed when I was driving down the road, it was a little bumpy. A few bubbles right here. That needs to be replaced there. Chrome's pitted around that trim. Wing's been painted black. Let's go ahead and get the tag off the back. Look at the exhaust here. So the left side's hanging down a little bit lower. May need to be strapped up. Back bumper doesn't look too bad. They've painted the lower part black. There's a few chips in the paint where the trunk comes down. Weather stripping, it's a little hard. Let's see if it's working. I'm hung on something here. What'd they glue it down? These mats are not supposed to be glued down. I'm pulling it up. It actually doesn't look too bad up under there. Sorry about the struggle, guys. One arm it. It's actually dry. I mean, that's what I was looking for. I wanted to make sure it wasn't wet. Sometimes I completely take the mats out of the trunk because they do trap water. Best ideal situation for one of these, keep it inside. That way you don't have to worry about it. Trunk shuts easy. Guess I ought to go ahead and shut the door. A little dirt from the road still on there. Like I said, apologize for that. There's a dent in the back here. A little chip in the paint. Same thing on this side with the window trim. Some bubbles popping up. Looks like that piece below the door there is not lined up correctly. This is what I'm talking about. Couple little chips in the paint there. It looks like I couldn't get the horn to work earlier, but it looks like they put new ones in. Maybe they just didn't finish wiring it up. Interior wise, I think we're missing a little weather stripping around the window there. All the weather stripping around the car feels about the same. Haven't noticed any leaks, but eventually it's going to be, look at that, it's going to need to be replaced. So of course, weather strip kits are pretty cheap, not an expensive thing to do, and you can do it yourself. Seat itself needs to be replaced. Look at that. Been in here a while. Aftermarket Grant steering wheel. Looks like our panel's falling down back here. Headliner needs some work. Go ahead and start it up. Our battery gauge does not work. I noticed the heat works, but it blows out pretty slow. Gas gauge was working. Getting close to E now. 75,000 miles on the dash. Like I said, the horns look new, but they didn't hook them up, so. There's an actual fan switch under here for an electric fan. You can cut it on. Most of the time on the test drive, I didn't think about cutting that on, and I didn't have any overheating problems. The hottest it got was a 190, and I let it run, just sit there and idle for at least 10-15 minutes, making the test drive video. Feels like a dash cap. They capped it off. I bet you underneath it's probably a little tore up, but the cap looks good, so can't hardly even tell that's what it is. Got a good sound to it. Look at the oil pressure on our rev too. Got to use both of your hands to shut the hood because I got to pull that. Like I said before, the hood doesn't line up right. It's over this way more. Hinges need to be adjusted. See the gap and how it sits high here? You can adjust those hinges and get it down flush. You gotta take a little time to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a peek underneath here. We'll do that around the whole car. All right, guys, I hope that helped you out. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. I post videos like this every single day. Or at least I try to. You can also jump on MapleMotors.com. Close to 100 detailed pictures, financing information, wheels, tires, accessories, parts, transportation, all the good stuff. We can get you financed on there as well. We've also got social media aspects covered.